Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we want to talk about lifestyle change. When you talk about lifestyle change in regards to disease prevention and healthy living, we are talking about the changes that you need to make in your daily lives to make sure or to put away diseases or to help you manage the ones that you already have. For instance, my focus is on non-communicable diseases and specifically cases of pressure and diabetes that are currently on the rise in our country, Kenya today. So my focus is going to be on three main food items that we need to reduce their intake to a manageable level. When we talk of lifestyle change, we talk about that, the gradual change that you need to take, then the steps, the moves you need to make in terms of your decisions, in terms of the foods you eat, or in terms of the foods that your family members eat. We're having in mind that the regular consumption of those kind of food items in a specific amount and every day consistently would ultimately lead to prevention of these lifestyle diseases. So my focus is going to be on these three food items. So guys, I want us to normalize. I'm requesting us to normalize eating little sugar. And by sugar, my major focus is on the table sugar, the one that you put on tea. As Kenyans, we know that our breakfast is majorly, tea-based. And this has caused us a lot of problems, but we are not realizing as a country if only we halt or if only we reduce the intake of certain components of this, the foods that we eat every day as breakfast foods, then we would ultimately reduce a huge chunk of, the problems that are associated with them. Sugar in itself is not really bad per se, but we need to just limit the amount of it that we take. On a daily basis, when you tell someone to reduce the intake of sugar, they normally get it twisted. What they get is you've said they stop. No, we are not saying you stop. You only stop under, if advised by a medical, doctor or under a healthcare worker's, request that you stop. But to improve our lives, to improve the quality of the lives that we lead, to the general population, we are saying that you reduce the intake of the table sugar. By reducing, I just mean, put that amount that you tasted from afar. You get what I'm saying? The one that it tastes is not so much, you don't get it so sugary, but it's just, you get, it's not plain, it's not so sugary, apple, somewhere there. So we need to normalize that. We need to bring up our kids knowing that that is the amount of sugar that needs to go into tea so that they don't like the one that is having a lot of sugar. And I'm also advising us to limit the salt intake. By limiting, I mean you do not stop, but you put it to taste from afar. You get what I'm saying, right? It tastes salty, not flat, and not too salty, somewhere there, so that all your family members are used to it. When you talk about lifestyle change, it's a total overhaul of your life, patterns in terms of food, and it's like a journey of salvation. When you say you're saved, you're like starting a new journey in Christ. A journey of new behaviors, a journey of new temperament, a journey of new, kind of love. You just lead a certain way, guided by a certain, kind of maybe unwritten rules that in your mind. So when it comes to food also, we need to know that we should limit salt, we should limit sugar. And again, another thing that is harming us as, I would not say really Africans, but as human beings, is the overconsumption of wheat and wheat products. And in the Kenyan setup, wheat is used to make products like mandazis, chapatis, mahamris, bread, many other things, that cakes, and the rest that I may not mention. So in a day, how much of that do you consume or do you put in your system? Because wheat is a simple sugar, and wheat has kind of, if you want to gain weight faster, it will help you gain a lot of weight so fast because it has it is simple sugar, and simple sugars, when digested, they lead to a lot of absorption of sugars into our system, which maybe may exceed the daily requirement that your body requires per day. Where does the excess go? The excess are converted into fats and they're stored under your skin somewhere, awaiting to be used maybe during a time of adversity, or if that time does not come, then they just heap themselves there day in, day out as you consume wheat and wheat products. And your system, you continue bulging. As you continue getting bigger, you start developing problems like insulin resistance, because your system will start becoming inflamed. You get, when your system become inflamed, I'm not talking about the normal inflammation that occurs when you're injured, the swelling. I'm talking about your system becoming inflamed in response to an attack. And in this kind of setting, I'm talking about your system developing a resistance to insulin, because once your system is inflamed, its its efficiency in managing the normal body processes starts deteriorating. And so just by reducing the amount of sugars we take, the amount of salt, and the amount of wheat and wheat products that we put in our system every day can help in a big way to reduce the lifestyle diseases that are currently rising. Besides, there are so many other factors that I should have talked about here, but I don't want this video to go so long. In our next vlog, I'm going to talk about other factors or other food stuffs that we need to add on to salt, sugar, and wheat that can help us manage our lives on a daily basis so that we continue improving the quality of our lives. Yes, thank you very much, and stay tuned as you wait for more vlogs to come in the future that are nutrition and health related. Kindly subscribe to my channel once again. Thank you. Bye.